possibly afford another commune hall. No, I think I'm going to hold off. Because I said now that I want to have 200 in the bank at any time. So once we get to like 500, then I'll consider building another building. But right now, especially with rebels kind of on the horizon, I think I'd like to keep a bit of a treasury going. My army's bigger than England's. Yay. And we have a lot of manpower. But then my maximum manpower has also gone much, much higher. What about quality? Okay, we're not even on the list in terms of professionalism. Not yet, anyway. We will be. Various separatists are definitely rising. So we have another 31 years until we need to worry about the these guys rising up. The blah 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 blahs. At least our drill's going up quite quickly. Getting to be quite skillful. Greater Noble loyalty is definitely plummeting, but that's because they are pissed about how little money they're making now compared to the old days. So in other words, I need to stop slashing their income. Last year, no shift. Income's gone down. I wonder how long their memory is. If it's only 5 years, then the damage that we've done to them will slowly be forgotten. I'm actually surprised that the loyalty of the lesser nobles hasn't been going up faster. Because they've gone from 97 ducats a year 5 years ago to 239 this year. That's a pretty big boost in terms of their power and money. But then again, I guess a bunch of those are used to being greater nobles. Does that get remembered? I don't know. Another question. Now that I have that much manpower, can I get you to create a road? Contribute manpower to the effort. Aha! Here we go. See, this didn't even come up last time, even though I had loads of manpower. So I'm going to spend 12,000 manpower, no, 8,000 manpower to get 50% of the cost done. And then I'll pay off the rest with ducats. 162. I don't know if I want them to contribute local wealth, because I feel like that's going to be a bad idea. I'll do 25%. And then that's 81 ducats. I'm happy to do 81 ducats. There we go. Roads will be done in 5 years. Huzzah! And how are these looking? Okay, so we're almost ready for another admin group, which I think is going to have to be naval. So that we can start thinking about getting towards exploration and start thinking about colonies more seriously. Because I really want to see how MEIOU handles those. Revolt. Anjou. Have a bunch of unrest. We're still making money, so there. Do we get any more unique units in the future? Yes, we do, actually. Ah, the French Musketeers! Grognards. Oh, the old guard, yeah. Napoleonic. Cavalry? No. No more new cavalry. Artillery? No. No artillery either. Desires of the flesh. Well, we have successfully managed to keep the truth from the rest of the court. It's only a question of time until it gets out, unless we do something. King Charles VI recently discovered his wife, Queen Consort Berthe, is having an affair. Not only that, but the other guilty culprit's none other than our advisor. Bugger, it's him. I was hoping it wouldn't be. So we know we can lose some prestige, we can bribe him. We could have him murderized. Which pisses off Ile-de-France. Or we can get rid of the Queen. I'll take the prestige hit. It's possible that more people will find out, but oh well. How's the naval force limit? Okay, naval force limit's gone up quite a lot, so I think it might well be in our interest to increase the amount of trade power that we have here. I mean, how are we being competed against? I mean, Aragon is 79 to 102. If we built another 5, that would be another, what, 10 trade power? Or, better yet, when's the next light ship going to become available? 15. 4 more. Caravels. Ah, we got a unique corvette. Interesting. Aragon's declared war on Tlemcen again. You are allowed to call me into these things, you know. Naples have insulted us. How dare you. So yeah, we were thinking naval ideas for this one. If that is indeed required for exploration. Naval to exploration to global empire. Or expansion. Or we could go for quality so we could have professional army. Although our army is already pretty kick-ass just because it's so big. Yeah, I think we're going to go naval. Unless there was some more economic ideas we wanted to do. Like, economics is going to lead to engineering, which sounds great to me. Innovative to democracy, trade to merchant marine to... Oh, naval and trade are required for merchant marine. And then either mercantilism or free trade. What does trade do for us? More trade efficiency, global trade power, range, merchants, provincial trade power, another merchant, global trade power, another merchant. And also quite significantly increases the merchants' trade power for themselves. No, I think we're going to go naval. We're going to have an eye towards getting exploration. When exactly we're going to be investing in this, I have no idea. 5 naval ideas, all for me. I want them all. You know what to do. What plays the knights? How are the knights doing? They are still alive. They have 2 provinces, in fact. No OPMs for the knights. And they're allied to Cyprus and Venice. I'm not sure I'd ally to Cyprus, but Venice is a great ally for them. Who's Venice allied to? Achaea, the Knights, and Naples. That's actually a really good alliance chain for them as well. Naples because of the navy that they're going to bring, especially now that they control Savoy. And Cyprus? What do you bring to the table? You are now a 2 province rather than a 1 province. Allied to Athens and the Knights. That's kind of asking for trouble, allying with Athens. Cardinal dies. 2 cardinals die. I'm back down to 2. I'm still in the lead though. Still waiting for the next military idea. Do any of my immediates have level 13 yet? Flanders does. Flanders still doesn't. Well, actually, if I got that alliance, then you would be at positive 43 to negative 48. And that's a gap I could probably close. Unfortunately, I'm at my alliance limit. But I like both of the alliances that I have. The Medici system. House of Medici was a political dynasty and... Oh, Medici, sorry. The Medici was a political dynasty and banking family that first began to gather prominence under Cosimo de' Medici in the Republic of Florence during the late 14th century. The family originated in the Mugello region of the Tuscan countryside, gradually rising until they became able to found the Medici Bank. The bank was the largest in Europe during the 15th century, seeing the Medici gain power in Florence. Although officially they remained citizens rather than monarchs, their wealth and influence initially derived from the textile trade, guided by the Guild of the Art della Lana. Like other Signor families, they dominated their city's government, able to bring Florence under their family's power, allowing for an environment where art and humanism could flourish. They fostered and inspired the birth of the Italian Renaissance, along with the other families of Italy, such as the Visconti and Sforza of Milan, the Este of Ferrara, and the Gonzaga of Mantua. The Medici Bank was one of the most prosperous and most respected institutions in Europe. There are some estimates that the Medici family were the wealthiest family in Europe for a period of time. From this base, they acquired political power initially in Florence and then later in wider Italy and Europe. In 1430, he became Consigliere of Florence, establishing his system of power even more. The following Gonfalonieri would be chosen by Cosimo, whereas he would stay behind, controlling the Republic. It would be the beginning of the hidden Signora of Florence, in which the Medici seek to install their dynasty forever. Roma gets Banca de' Medici until the end of the game. Wow. Giving inflation reduction, interest per annum. Florence and the Pope like each other. Florence gets the Medici system, with each family, I guess, getting favour points. Florence gets Medici system, which is prestige. Gonfaloniere de' Artigiani, which is a trade efficiency reduction and tax modifier reduction. Oh, Popolo, Artigiani and Mercanti, so they have the faction system which merchant republics have. Ish. Probably a modified version. That's interesting. Florence are definitely one of the nations which I'm interested in playing as in the future. Because I really like Florence in vanilla. Idea cost reduction, admin tech cost reduction. Tech cost reduction. No development cost reduction though, which is disappointing. There's no development. Why would they have that? Milan also idea cost, admin cost, infantry cost, military tech cost. So they don't get the blanket tech cost, they just get the military tech and admin tech cost reduction. Yes, we are bribing Lyonesse. Use caution. And we have a revolt over here. So we will stop drilling. And get some of our morale back. Don't be the end of the month. Because I wanted to do that. Otherwise, that would have been quite bad. It'll take them a while to capture that town, though. Greater noble loyalty is dropping, lesser noble loyalty is dropping. Burkers don't want to do anything to help us. Right, so we're about to get another military technology here, which is good. Revolts are still germinating. I think we're going to let you tick over, and then I think we'll launch the attack. We'll wait until the end of the month. We should have that time. I hope. When do you arrive? 8th of July. Perfect. Actually, that might be a bit late. I really hope this doesn't lose to those rebels. That would be annoying. 7 more days. Boom. This should be an absolute rout. Yep. You're welcome. Alright, so we can reduce maintenance again. Whoop. War reps 13 this month from Castile. Castile just got a bunch of money in from somewhere. Maybe took a loan or something. That's why this fluctuates. And there it is, military technology. Boom. Maneuver value on your unit increased by 5%. Oh, that's the flanking range. I guess they've changed how maneuver works. Because a 5% increase to maneuver would mean nothing. Cavalry shock plus 0.5 and hoofnieces. Which is good, because I have a lot of cavalry. So the cavalry just got even better. And then the next level is going to be another important one. So I'm at 13. Are any of you guys at 13? No. Naples is. Florence might be. Oh, Flanders even. Oh, we do have a new unit type. Hoofnies. Which starts to add resistances for the first time. So the fire is reduced, but you get a resistance to fire damage, shock damage, and also morale. So bearing in mind that when these guys are in the back line, they provide half of these bonuses to the guys in the front line. So they now give some resistances to the guys in the front line. So I would say this is the first level where you may actually want to use artillery in combat. These two, pointless. But even then, they're not very strong. Oh, no, never mind. They still have a 0-0. So when do they actually get some artillery fire? 15. Level 15 is when you may want to start considering using them. Although they're still going to be fairly underpowered probably until 29. At which point they start improving pretty dramatically. Estates with a loyalty level under 11% will result in negative modifier for your country and unrest in the provinces they control. What is the negative modifier? Lesser noble prestige. Oh no, that's a revocation. That's that one. Yeah, stability is going to be a problem. Papal sponsors strong. As one of the leaders of the greatest... As leader of the world's greatest religion, the Pope intervened, blah 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 blah. Oh, is that the strength of the papacy? Or for me? Missionary strength plus 0.1. Advisor cost, minus 25%. Do I have a reduction to advisor costs of 25%? Yes. So I do get those bonuses. Interesting. I wonder if that's calculated simply on the fact that I'm big, or because I have a lot of influence and cardinals. And bang on, is that because I'm a papal controller? Nope, that's a different bonus. Papal sponsor strength is based on the papal authority. Which you can see in decisions. Ah, right, yes, okay. I know what you mean. It is this one. And because it's over 500, that's good. Cool. Was I double checking? Oh yeah, other modifiers. Development level 7, teaming. Construction cost plus 80%. We have a lot of development. We have a massive population. Which gives a lot of military bonuses, which is weird. I would have thought that development level would give construction bonuses rather than penalties. Education is average, court is shabby. Learned religious head, reduced colonial growth, and we're a kingdom. I'm not seeing any penalties for the lesser nobles. I mean, I know that one says it, but that's because I revoked their privileges. When does that go away, by the way? 8 years. 3 years, and that's the one that I really want to get rid of. How are we doing on stability? Nearly at 100. So we're fine. Oh, you know what else I should check? How's the court doing? The court is still growing. Slowly, but it's growing. And education? Shrinking, but only just. So I seem to have found kind of the balancing point right now. And you know what? I'm feeling pretty confident about my economy. I'm going to invest another 5 ducats a month, a year. Because I'm that generous. That's the court. Education. Increase 5. There we are. Enjoy! I was thinking, like, why on earth am I earning 6 ducats a month? It's because I'm not actually drilling anything yet. How can I see what modifiers this has to the cost? Because 365 is already lower than vanilla. It's not going to tell me, is it? Alright, so we have reached the 500 ducats in the bank, which is what I was looking to get. We do have Angevin rebels, which are going to fire in 24 years, to be concerned about. However, I do feel like we are at the position where we could now build another building. So we could upgrade the Merchants Guild. Increases urban gravity. We could build a cathedral. Get another level of commune. Or town hall. We could start working on the trade wharf. +2, +10. I think it's really got to be the town hall. Did I ever stop automated construction? No, I don't think I did. Also upgrade the mines. Don't really see the point of that. We could get a warehouse. Urban production power goes up, urban gravity goes up, base gravity goes up, and local trade power goes up. Now let's do this. Oh wait, that costs 400. That would be all of my money. Let's not do that. Also universities. That was the other thing I was thinking that we should be building. Buildings. Local university. Also requires a bunch of cash. But this also increases base urban gravity quite strongly. What are the requirements? Oh, it probably requires that you have upper class. Nope, those guys don't. So what's the requirement for this? Requires town hall building. Duh. So yes, I do need to get the town hall. And then I'd be able to build that in Pays de Nuit. And to go back to your question, Isdar, no, I didn't stop automated construction because I do still want it to do the roads and things in the less developed provinces. Because I can't be bothered to do that level of micro. Anyway, I think that this is a fairly decent stopping point. There's not a lot going on at the moment. This is one of the quietest streams I've had for a long time. So I'm going to call it here. I will do some more MEIOU and Taxes. Do I have it scheduled? Probably Saturday. So Saturday is currently scheduled for EU4 Poland. Obviously that series is finished, so we'll do MEIOU and Taxes then instead. I will not be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off, but I will be back again on Friday. 5 PM BST we'll be doing Rome's Resurrection. That's the Western Roman Total War Attila. And then after that at 10 PM is going to be the continuation of the Victoria 2 Knights game, which has been awesome. I'm looking forward to playing tomorrow that one. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out and lets me do more of this kind of content. If you want to support the channel otherwise, check out my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, and also a Discord, which you can find at this link here. Thank you everyone for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye.